I was gonna do, but now I'm not. I don't know now. I'm thinking. I might shut this one down again. I haven't notified anyone. Not sure if I should. So I'm just thinking about a couple things right now. That's actually a good idea. Linking in Wolf's Discord hi actually. I'm gonna change the stream name. We are gonna do Tradeskills today. Been meaning to do that anyways.
It's like even in these spaces, very few people I would say are like enlightened. There's the cattle, there's the enlightened, and then there's people in between.
Oh, that's
It's
very
okay.
true.
it's
Yep.
okay to be anywhere on that spectrum. It's like if you're not totally aware, it's like that's fine. You don't need to be. I
Hmm.
mean, it would be better if you were, but as you are right now, it would be better if you were, things take time. You come from a place, there's scarcity in this material world, so, you know, shit has to take its course.
Yeah.
You do
Just let
have
the
to, like,
cows.
I realize you
Let
have
the.
to just, you have to embrace being arrogant. You have to realize
Yeah,
that
you
the
do.
normies, yeah, the masses are always going to be like throwing rocks at you, and you have to just stand up and just
Yeah.
call them out on their bullshit no matter what they do. You have to
Yeah.
just not be afraid, not let your thoughts and be controlled by them. You have to be like, you are all retards. I don't even care if you're a doctor or you're rich. You're just an animal that knows how to do medical shit or you have money. Doesn't mean you're enlightened. You're a fucking livestock.
Oh,
You have to.
but I went to school for 4 years. I got a PhD in this. Like, come on, listen to me, listen to me. Man,
You, you just have to. This is literally how it's always been, always will be.
yep,
Even in an ideal world. So even if let's say mages rule the world, there's like a mage council. Even in the ideal world that the masses are living in, they will still be lying to each other and corrupting things and abusing each other, and that will literally be the catalyst of how more enlightened people are made. Is them rejecting the false reality that normies will always create.
yeah. The human instincts will always pretty much dominate. It'll always dominate and rule. Unfortunately, and you could have the perfect society, the perfect hierarchy, and you know,
Yeah, even if you create the most ideal conditions, everything's fair. Everybody has an easy life. Everybody's comfortable. Everybody has the tools they need. And you know what normies are gonna do? They're still gonna like make everything shit that is under their influence. They're still gonna like ruin everything. It's just that objectively their conditions are better than if they were allowed to rule society, as they were. They're
yep,
still you're still gonna be your life's gonna be comfortable, but guess what? Normies are still gonna bully you and you're gonna see through their bullshit and then you're gonna want to ascend and wander around and you're gonna start questioning about reality and it's just gonna keep happening.
yep. That's pretty much it. Yeah,
This is exactly I've already written everything about this in my manifesto. This is all accounted for. I'm fully
yeah,
aware that all of
yeah.
this shit is going to happen.
Yeah. And even then, this sort of took me a little bit to just kind of even think about some of this stuff. But even then, I sort of kind of had that intuition of that when I was even younger and even in middle school, even before. But because then you see if you're not neurotypical, you just truly see you're like an alien. You're sort of just, I mean, you're not gonna be accepted you're not gonna fit in with this society, or you're just, I mean, holy shit. So you may as well, you're gonna start thinking about that stuff.
Yeah, like I come from a dysfunctional family and community, so I had to figure shit out myself, and obviously I wasn't compatible with society. And eventually I just went my own way. I started living on the computer, and then I came to hate everybody. I didn't know exactly why. I was like, you're consumerist liars and degenerates and shit. And that feeling that I had was true. That was absolutely right. I just didn't understand why that was. And then for the next like 15 years, I psyoped myself into politics and morality to try to argue that like this is all because of satanic elites or,
Hmm.
normal people are good. And I just had some bad experiences.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, I think some people are born evil. Um, a lot of it is just you go out into the world. I've been friends with people who I thought were friends, and they, had malicious intentions. And that's what sort of gave me a little bit of trauma. At least that's why I have a bad communication too with that because I probably could have been more charismatic. I could have been maybe more optimistic, but I'm not obviously. And you know, a lot of this world is mostly survival, and unfortunately, it's survival and pretty much, you know, it's risk survival. Sometimes it's safer to not take massive risk. You have to sort of just I'm okay in the spot I'm in right now. I'm fine with that. If you have to take the risk, take the risk, but sometimes the risks, I mean, aren't worth it. I mean, it's dangerous.
Yeah, you do have to. Life does have risks, and it doesn't feel good when the high risks, have are fulfilled in their probability of likely happening.
Mhm.
Nepotism. And nepotism, looking over the chat, and nepotism is, in regards to the tradies, like I said, fucking tradies, it's not worth it if you're
Oh
not gonna
gosh.
inherit a
Yeah.
company. It's
Well, that's very
nepotism.
true. Yep.
In
And
fact, you
it's
shouldn't even have a
mostly
kid if you shouldn't even have a kid if you don't have control over some
oh
entity
yeah.
through which they can thrive.
Mhm.
If you're like a box truck driver for UPS, you shouldn't even reproduce because your kid's going to be a slave too.
Oh man, my dad was actually a UPS driver. That was oh my gosh. It was
Yeah, it's
spot
even
on
if
actually.
even if it
Repro-
makes a little bit of decent money and whatever, it's better than the bottom. I mean, you have no control over anything. You're the
And that's
slave of a
yeah.
giant corporation. You have no say. You can't even help your own child
And
get a
that's funny
job.
because my genetic line, my a lot of my genetic line too, on my dad's side, they were they were actually like delivery drivers. Like even my grandfather was a delivery driver. And then my dad was a delivery driver, and even before that, delivery drivers. Some of them were engineers, but that's more down the line. But it started to become like, oh, delivery driver. Oh, hey son, you better become a delivery driver. Delivery driver. There's even influence too. Um, at least even my genetics said that. But you can get out of that, obviously. I mean, I want to get out of that. I don't want to become a delivery driver.
I would have preferred dealing with electronics and information somehow,
IT work, yeah.
or telecommunications
Hmm.
officer or something. That would have been cool, but it takes a 4 year degree plus experience,
Yep.
and it's oversaturated, and there's
Yeah, I
very few
mean, yep.
jobs. Because
Especially IT.
I was looking up municipal jobs, and I saw basically some state jobs for telecommunications, and I was like, yeah, I guess that would be cool to have, but even if I had that degree, I wouldn't get it.
Yeah, I've actually thought about IT and even like technology stuff, anything to do with technology, but um I mean, I wanted to be a programmer or and even a doctor when I was little, but obviously I mean, I'm bad at school and I'm not neurotypical. I can't do that. I mean, I wish, but um, and then yeah, programmer, but I'd never touched. I got a coding book when I was a teenager, and then I didn't touch it. So a little too late for that, but we have this is AI stuff too, but there's other things. Obviously, I mean, I still enjoy life. I still, the things I do. I'm not, I'm not a sad person or anything. I mean, I'm decently happy.
I can say I'm happier than most people would be in this situation, but I mean, it does suck to know that there's nothing but bad times ahead.
Hmm. Yeah,
It's all it's all downhill from here, and it could pretty much start at any moment.
yeah,
But if it was just this, if I was just on my computer, just living somehow, fucking on neat bucks or something, life would be amazing. I wouldn't give a shit.
yeah. That's pretty much the key. Just doing what you enjoy and getting money from it.
Do you think there's an upside to like the bad times ahead? And I mean, like, the people will gather around whoever's like the most competent person that can help them survive.
Well, unfortunately, in the real world, we're going to be the ones dependent on whoever has that skill, and the people that have those skills are stupid, corrupt, malicious people. It's probably bad times ahead in the sense that just I'll be in like a position like Wolf, just getting brutally fucked over with no time to do anything.
Yeah, I'm scared of that because I mean, I could. There's a possibility I could try to. At least they force me into wage cucking, and I don't want to do that. Try to avoid as much as possible.
It's
Enjoy your neatdom while it lasts, man.
Yeah, I enjoy drinking at least once every week.
Once a
There's
week,
a
me
lot of
too.
things. A lot of things I enjoy. This is my depression would definitely flare up if I had to do the wage slaving. So I try not to think about that. I mean, hopefully, I will do everything in my power to not work at all.
Nice.
Cup of sugar.
yeah, that's the ideal because I've already worked and I can tell you it's like being in hell because it just goes on forever. Like it just time doesn't move forward. You're just stuck that way. It just doesn't stop. There's no like, oh, I in the right mindset maybe I can handle it, or it's not so bad now. And then you rediscover eternity, the eternity of being in that position and suffering, and it never ends. And that really wears you out.
Yeah, it's the burnout that happens. I mean, I'm burnt out. I mean, I've never really had a drive or motivation to really do anything. I mean, I don't know. I think some people are born with drive and motivations. Others aren't. I mean,
It's drive is it's a combination of a bunch of things, especially like how little obstacles they've encountered, or if they still have material circumstances which allow them to still believe that there's a chance of success, and having getting ingrained in I guess I've kind of always had a little bit of an artistic drive that I still have. I want to make something meaningful
Hmm.
as a
Yeah,
as a
because I think there is a drive, at least with, oh, well, at least with me, like, oh, well, I should create something, at least that lasts, that's remembered, sort of in a way.
like when I was a kid, I would like to draw, and the other kids liked my drawings. Like at one point, they were like crowding around, like amazed by it, and that was literally my pretty much what I was born to do. But of course, I was in the school system where they kept ripping up my drawings and
Yep.
punishing me, giving me detention, suspending me, telling me not to do the one thing that I was good at.
Yep.
But, there's still that drive. And now that I've suffered and learned a lot of things, I want to create a artistic medium through which to impart my wisdom on people, I guess.
Yeah, try to, I mean, get it back in touch with that, and try to create something. I mean, that with the school stuff too, that could just traumatize you. I mean, with if you're gonna do art, oh, they could, your memories can go back to that, and but try to, definitely, if you're good at something, you really should just hit that one spot and just go into overdrive with it.
Yeah, that's mainly why I like being a NEET. Like, even if I end up not being productive, I always do a little bit. Even on my lazy days, I usually do a little bit,
Mhm.
but not as much as I should be doing.
Yeah, I sort of, I mean, on days where I just sit in my bed all day, I feel bad. I do. Um, but I also, there are days like, oh, I did something maybe for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something that's kind of engaging, it's productive in a way, or that improves me or myself. It's still productive. I mean, even a little bit, 10 minutes, it's like, oh, well, the next day I feel better. It's still nice. Even if it's a little thing. I mean, it could be anything.
See, we're not even
Hmm.
a lot of normies and even some abnormal freaks. Like if they have neat dumb, they're gonna literally do nothing. They genuinely are just a bottomless pit of like food and drugs and entertainment,
Yeah.
and they'll still be like angry that they're not getting it more than they are. And
Yeah,
it's like,
they need their sex and food and entertainment.
which you get all of that from a computer, and they get bored of the computer because they don't know how to use it.
Yep.
I find that people get bored of porn because they don't even know how to curate it, really. Because
Yeah, yeah.
Explain
not to
how.
get not to get people into it, but I know exactly what I want and how to find it.
Hmm.
So it's actually I actually believe it's better than sex and relationships. Just by the merit of its pleasure.
Yeah, because there's just so much things that you can search up, and even relationship wise, you can just search up a ASMR video or anything like that. It's all on your fingertips.
Learning how to navigate the internet is
Hmm.
a skill, not
Oh, it
just
is.
how to do it, but you know, not just like knowing how to open the taskbar and open Windows and how do firewalls work and stuff. I'm talking about like how to navigate spaces of information, how to find what you want.
Yeah, even a lot of people, especially older people, they don't know how to use the computer or even navigate. I mean, I always have to teach my mom how to send an email, which she doesn't know how to do a lot of the times.
I'm saying
So
more like my dad my dad blasts Fox News every single day and
oh shit,
he doesn't even enjoy it. He is just sitting there getting angry at Israeli propaganda that he is aware of.
my
But you know
grandmother's like
what?
that.
He doesn't know what else to watch. He doesn't know
That's
how to watch something else.
that is exactly my grandmother. She watches Fox News and then that's it. And she
Yeah,
gets
but
angry at it. That's literally her too.
doesn't even enjoy it. As in
She
not
doesn't.
even
Yeah.
I no matter how many times I explain this to him, I'm like I showed him like shows and cartoons and I talked about hobbies with him. It doesn't even matter. He can't even fathom those ideas. So right now he's just sitting there getting angry, listening to propaganda about, how Iran's a threat.
Yep, the
And then
most
he has to like he
China, Russia, whatever, Iran's like, oh yeah, they're a threat to American homogeny. Even though like look at their country right now. I mean,
it's just it's a TV. He doesn't even know how to use a TV. He doesn't know how to well, it's a smart TV that has internet access.
yeah,
So he doesn't know how
that's
to
Yeah, watch something
exactly.
else.
yeah, literally. He
I
even
yeah, I
he
try to get my. Oh, go
go
ahead.
ahead. Uh, He went to the hospital and the doctor told him that he has like an ulcer that's building up from stress,
Mhm.
and it's because he keeps watching Fox News and like babbling about Epstein and shit, and he just can't stop doing it. He's like, he was saying that the doctor must have been like an SJW or something, and that how can I not get angry? There's Epstein, there's Israel, there's Iran, there's communists, there's leftists, and it's like
I I
you're
know that
literally
feeling.
just sitting there developing a stress ulcer that might
It's
eventually
yeah,
kill you because you're just that stupid.
that
I
is exactly my grandmother. I mean, holy shit.
I've actually
It's
been in that same position actually as them. I used to watch law news and I got mad because I felt like no one cared about this or that, and there's so many bad things going on and nobody even gives a shit. And then I just got too mad, and and then Trump became president. And I just gave up on all of it. Like I don't want to piss myself off every day just watching that.
Yes, but eventually we have the agency to do something else, whereas a normie will do it their entire lives.
I'm glad I got out of that.
Because I do get bored of like these voice chats, and I try not. I've actually been talking too much here that it might make me not care about my own stream tomorrow. But like, if I close this down, I have I have a backlog of things I will literally never fulfill. The things that I want to do actually goes beyond the scope of time that I have on this planet. I actually can't do everything. It's actually
yeah, that's the thing, and you don't want to know everything or do everything either, because then it's like you get to at the end of the story and it's like, what's next? What was there anything else to do? It's just like, That's it. You know, I mean,
Yeah, it sucks too. That's why I'm appreciating that I've picked up video games a bit again, because
mhm.
I try not to play them too much. I try to, try to mix up what I do.
Yeah.
I try to write, and there's this guy named Peter Shanksman. He paid for me to have a subscription to this funny show we both watch, but it's paywalled. So I actually have to put in some time watching that. That's one thing I have to do. I feel a little bit obligated to watch it because he's literally paying me to watch it, basically.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
Embarrassingly enough, I was actually trying to get to this point. I've been getting into 90s sitcoms.
I like Married with Kids, that 190s sitcom. I think
Yeah,
it's the 90s. This is a
that
good
was
one.
okay. I also been getting into like just these sitcoms from the early 2000s that were retarded.
Like Total is saying in the chat, there are so many things to do. Read philosophy like Aristotle, Plato, math, learn a foreign language, study and play music, play video games. I like Mill Sims, read theology. Exactly. Like, um, I still want to make video games, but it's just kind of unfeasible. I frankly probably need money to buy a package of like AI behaviors because it's actually beyond the scope of one person to do the things I want to do. I don't even have enough time on on this planet to do multiple creative projects. I'd be lucky to get out a few things. I barely have time to even finish these books that I want to write. I'm realizing that the Space Pirates books go beyond my actual lifespan. I'm not going to finish them. There's Here's a book that I recommend. Read a book called Zoroastrians. Zoroastrians by Mary Boyce. It's a book about the practices of the Zoroastrian religion, which is a religion that predates Judaism. It predates history itself. So you can read about a monotheistic religion and what it was like, and that Judaism and any derivative of that, including Christianity, are not special at all. So you can read. There's something I could just throw for somebody to do. There's plenty of things to do.
Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of things. And that's the thing, I mean, there's so much to do, and then do you want to do all that and then oh, that's it? It's a weird thing, but at least do stuff you really that attracts you or is interesting. At least with me, I do, and I have a bookshelf, a bookcase. I read books sometimes. I mean, I am a little bit addicted to YouTube and uh, sort of brain rotted with YouTube, but
Me too, man. Me
And
too.
that's you
yeah,
got to avoid brain rot. Like
yeah, yeah.
it's something. It's something you become aware of. Normies lack this ability. Have you ever like binged Family Guy or something garbage like that, and you
Yeah,
know
Yeah.
that it's
I
killing your
actually
brain? You can feel it
watched it.
killing your
Yeah,
brain.
yeah. I actually binge watch Family Guy on YouTube sometimes, so it's not good. I mean,
I have
I grew up
watched Family
watching
Guy funny
Family
Thing
Guy.
is
moments.
with
They are
consuming
funny.
Dags, hold on. The thing is with consuming Goy Slop, it's like I get such a hit of dopamine watching something really stupid that I forget that my problems exist, and I
Yeah,
feel bad
that's it.
for myself.
Yeah, I don't
It
blame
really
people
feels
for
good. What's up?
it's anesthetic, really, because it's a consequence of society in decline, and we're all being exploited and oppressed. You need more to, ease the pain and the suffering that they cause to you. That's why if people binge Family Guy or they do pills and coke and meth or whatever, I'm like, yeah, if you work in a kitchen or something, yeah, I understand. Like, it sucks. I would probably do the same thing. That's why I don't want to be in that position. I don't want to be a drug addict whose brain gets melted watching Family Guy.
Hmm.
It's just, yeah, like you don't care that your brain's being rotted because like you're hurting, so you want that to stop. That's what the boat that a lot of people are in. It's just that I'm just saying that this is a real phenomenon that more aware abnormal people become aware of, is that this is killing your brain. You can feel it. You know that
Yeah,
like your
yeah,
attention is broadening. You can't focus. It's destroying your focus. It's filling your mind with garbage. It's fucking up your pathology. It's destroying your will, your drive to do things that you want
yeah,
to do.
yeah. And that's the thing with me. I mean, I technically, at least with me, I've always, at least with well, me with video games, I was addicted to video games. Which isn't I mean, that's was my brain rot. Now it's like I replaced it with YouTube, which isn't good. It's just another, at least with video games, you're interacting with, you're doing things, you're still using your brain to an extent, at least. But now it's just like, oh, I just want to stay in bed, watch retarded shit, you know?
I want to go home and watch the Wolf Slumbers live stream.
It's good to be able to want anything, really, because life quickly runs out of things to enjoy. It's actually a very thin barrier to cross. If you push for it, you'll find out there's like nothing. This is all just bullshit. And then, as I do just enjoy stupid shit. Like I've been wasting my time playing video games. I play Skyrim occasionally. That's
Oh yeah, that's a
garbage.
good one. I wasted hours playing New Vegas, so
Yeah, I replayed New
yeah,
Vegas not too long ago. I
yeah,
was
especially with mods.
I don't even play with mods. I just like exploring the different builds. On my last playthrough, I never played as a lucky gunslinger. That's basically a crit damage build that uses revolvers. The
Oh
lucky
yeah,
revolvers that have high crit chance. And it is really fucking awesome. Plus you can swindle the you're amazing at combat and you swindle all the casinos, so like you're basically just rolling in shit.
oh yeah. I usually play like high rifle experience than like persuading people. That kind of build. Usually I do that.
If there's a cannon courier 6 build, it's definitely being a lucky gunslinger. There's nothing more fitting than that because you're like a cowboy who's extremely lucky and you always win at gambling. Like
Hmm.
that's the most New Vegas thing you can do.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I gotta get back into
Especially
New
with
Vegas.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, New Vegas that's not really. I mean, it's a waste of time as far as like playing games, but that's not slop. Skyrim's slop. New Vegas isn't really slop, I would say.
Yeah, yeah, especially the amount of mods Skyrim has is
Well, I would have to say that New Vegas is a masterpiece in its own right, but it is still something consumed for the masses, but it had great writing and everything.
it was slop probably back when it released. It was.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's
It's
oldie,
deep
but
as hell. Like I get into this conversation a lot of people like even just Caesar's character. He actually is a Hegelian that views the world abstractly. Where
Mhm.
basically he's like, okay, I control a bunch of fucking retards that worship me as a god. How do I civilize them very quickly? I'm going to collide them with the most civilized entity in the region, which is the NCR, and we're going to learn from them. And on the way, we're going to have a capital city, and we're going to become an actual civilization instead of a bunch of retards.
Mhm.
Mm,
Like that is not slop writing at all. That is actually brilliant.
Yeah, it's a fun slop. I mean, yeah, the writing's good, but slop isn't bad all the time. It's fun. It's like with me,
Skyrim.
I play
Sky,
space sims and military simulator slop. Arma and Hell Let Loose and Squad and
you play Reforger or Reforge?
no, I actually played that and then my computer couldn't handle it, and I heard there's a bunch of
I play
normies in
Arma
the
3 a lot.
game, so Arma 3 is good.
I have like
Arma 3 is fun.
2,500 hours on it. It's fucking great.
I find that fucking hilarious when military people in these circles, they always play Arma
Yeah,
and shit.
Arma,
It makes
Yeah.
me fucking laugh.
Arma Squad, just anything that's.
That's the thing, man. But with me, I play these games and it makes me not want to fight in a war. So I don't I don't know. It dissuades me from not wanting to fight even more.
Different motivations, different people,
Yeah, maybe.
Every time I play, I want to fucking get in the rice, get in the action. We call it getting in the rice. We call getting into combat. So hey, let's get to the rice. It's a slang.
I don't play Reforge, but I follow the subreddit because it is so fucking funny.
No word.
It's very autistic. They're very hardcore in role playing.
Yeah. It's funny.
It's Cold War, but it's America versus the U.S. It's NATO versus the USSR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like these weird things that happen where pilots they get too good at flying that they can't help but doing tricks. They do like several somersaults before they land, and the guys in the helicopter are like, "Come on, dude! Nobody cares. Nobody cares how good you can fly."
Yeah, I've had a master flying in Arma. It's a bitch. Really, that's a fucking learn. Yeah, there's a lot of these role players are fucking hilarious. Like I've been in servers where it's a bunch of super hardcore milsim guys, and like none of them have actually served in the military, but they like take it very seriously, and they're like, follow orders. Oh, you wanna talk back? Roger that. Like I'm sure you've seen videos of like servers like that. It's like just so funny. Like, but I get it. Some guys just want to replicate that. Whatever. But it's funny to me. It's just.
I love that. No, I love role playing and shit. I never learned to fly a helicopter in Arma. I understand the different modes. Just the fact we grew up with Grand Theft Auto where there's helicopters only have a hover mode.
Yeah.
Whereas helicopters in real life, they have like thrusters or whatever, so they fly like fucking actual aircraft horizontally.
Mm-hmm.
And that is very hard to get used to.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just Arma's a different beast for sure. Fun though. I love being that. The reason I love it too is because you get to be that guy that everyone relies on, or it's a special, specialization because not many people can fly. So it's like you're kind of that guy. You're like a special. You can think of it like a badge of honor, even though it's a video game. It's just funny.
You have a skill that you can leverage in some fucking bullshit simulation.
Yeah, shit. If only we could just fucking use that in real life.
All gamers have something they're super proud of in a game that nobody will care about out of the game.
Dude, with Xbox, I was proud I had 200,000 gamer score, dude. I really thought it was the shit back then. Like, every time I hopped in a party on Xbox Live, I was like, everyone would see my gamer score, like, oh, dude, whoa. It had like that fucking aura. It's crazy. Back then, the gamer score was a big deal.
I had a ton. I think I have maybe 18,000 gamer score, and and I was like, wow, I guess this is something to brag about. And then I learned that they used to do you used to be able to exchange it for like stuff on the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, this is fucking useless now.
Yeah, such nostalgia, bro. I miss the old Xbox days, man. It's just something we'll never get back, man.
Yeah.
So iconic. Can't believe it's considered retro now. It's really, I'm getting really that old, man.
No, you gotta be kidding me.
No, swear to
Skyrim is
God, I think
retro.
the definition of retro is what 10+ years or there's a certain year, but I think Xbox hit it, and because Xbox came out, I think in 2006 or 8 or 7. I don't remember.
2006
Yeah,
was
so
when,
it's
or
definitely 20 years. Yeah, it's just
2005
about.
or 6.
But yeah, it's pretty
Skyrim is
much retro.
Skyrim is
Apparently,
retro gaming.
I know, right? Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I'm really that old? Like, shit.
Like it actually is. It is a mind fuck. And whenever I'm
Crazy.
doing a stream, I was playing Hexen. I'm playing like Doom games for the Doom engine made in the fucking 90s. And I'm like,
Yeah.
if Skyrim's like retro, what the hell is this? This is like
This is
primordial.
ancient, bro.
This is
Primal,
nonsensical to fucking Zoomers and Gen Alpha.
literally, dude. It's fucking caveman times, essentially. I think also the thing is, back then, the standard, like when you had a new 64, you got an Xbox 360, and you look back and it was like, holy shit, they were really using like Atari and I think because there wasn't as big, a lot of people didn't have access to gaming
Well,
as we do today. So that's why I feel like it's a different metric in a way, or different you know what I mean?
hi Goyim, but with games like New Vegas or Skyrim, that's considered unk slop. Now,
What is up,
So-
Celtic Cat? How are
How's
you
that?
doing?
yeah. So like, I enjoy my unk slop
Yeah, it's
because
like
games I played when I was 10 years old, I'm like a
Yeah.
fucking geriatric
we were just talking
freak
about
now.
we were just talking about how 360 and etc. are pretty much considered retro. So we're old now, I guess.
Dude, PS2, and then like
I did,
OG Xbox PS2
brutal.
and then 360 PS3 was literally the peak of gaming.
Yeah, it's peak.
oh,
It
it
is
was, yeah.
peak,
I
man.
had
I
an
think everyone.
original Xbox. I also have this disc, Need for Speed Underground 2. It doesn't have the disc in it, but when I had
I'm-
my original
Best
Xbox,
Need
it
for
was good.
Speed. Need
Yeah,
for Speed Undercover.
Underground 2. Or Undercover, yeah. Underground.
Need for
that's
Speed
good.
Undercover was peak. That
You know
was
what?
my go-to Need for Speed game.
You know what pisses me off is I spend so much money on Xbox, like the Avatar. I would buy like in-game or like in Xbox clothing. You know, like you
Oh,
can
Yeah,
customize
dude.
the character, and then they fucking went away with it, and I was like, well, I just wasted all that
Dude,
money
I
for
remember playing like Castle Miner Z on my
Yeah,
360, and
dude.
your character in the game was your Xbox
Oh, bro.
avatar.
oh my god, I
Wow.
remember that.
Crazy, man. Wow.
I
That
wish they'd
shit
do
was
stuff like that
peak.
again.
Peak, man. Peak. It's crazy. It's crazy how time flies. Now it's considered retro.
Who hit the kitty?
It's insane.
Who hit the kitty?
You know?
I feel like a literal boomer though, because like I grew
Nobody
up
else
with
heard
a
the kitty in the background there?
PS2 and then a PS3 and a 360.
Yeah, I even had
Yeah,
I had
feel
Game
bad.
Boy Advance and Nintendo 64, so I guess technically
I
ancient.
had a Game Boy Advance and I had the PS2 and I played the shit out of the PS2.
And I remember the Game Boy, it was so like primitive. Like they actually had an attachment that you could buy that put a light. It was like a light mirror where you would put it on the Game Boy and it added more light to the screen because the resolution was so like low light.
I remember for the Xbox 360 controllers, they had the keypads you could plug into the bottom of it between the sticks,
Yeah, I
so
remember
you
that.
just shit talk and
Dude,
messages
that was
faster.
ancient technology looking back. Like it's crazy. Like we really connected a text pad to a controller. It's crazy.
Dude,
It's just,
I
wow.
remember the days when like most people weren't mic'd up in a game lobby. Like most people
Yeah.
didn't have a mic. There might be one or
Yeah.
two people in a like a COD lobby with a mic.
Yeah, really? Because I feel like now there's no one who talks. Maybe it's just confirmation bias from a couple
Well,
games.
I remember with like the CODs during like the PS3 360 era, they had like forced game chat, like a
Yeah.
Black Ops 2 is probably the most well known for this, where it would force you to be in game chat. You couldn't be in a party.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Black Ops 2.
And same thing with the MW2 also, I
Yeah.
believe, had that forced game chat.
Well, yeah.
I remember when parties just weren't even a thing, though.
Yeah. Shit.
Like, you had to be friends with a guy and be like, I hope.
Yeah.
You had to like link up in like a party in the game,
Yeah.
so that way you'd be in the same match with each other, like on Halo 3.
Oh yeah, that's way back then. It's just
Because
crazy.
the Xbox Party system didn't come about till like a couple years after the 360 came out.
Okay, yeah. Damn.
Sometimes
I
you're
only got
playing
it
against
after.
you were playing against LAN parties of people. Like
Yeah.
you would go into a random match and you would find out you're up against like 5 dudes sitting in the same room online.
Yeah. Or well,
Yeah.
hell, like skill-based matchmaking killed multiplayer.
Yeah.
Kind of with like the newer CODs or hell, even Rainbow Six Siege. Like that's a much more recent game, but not I wouldn't consider it
That
a
game.
modern game. But even in casual, they had skill-based matchmaking. So if you're
It's
good at the
crazy.
game, it would just
Yeah.
crank up to your fighting against like 14-year-olds on Adderall. You know,
Yeah.
it's like I
Dude,
can't do this, dude.
quick, dude, it's crazy how they fucking butchered Siege. I mean, I don't know if it's. I don't know
Dude,
if
I
you
used to
remember.
be
I
like a
played Rainbow Six
Siege.
Vegas 2. Have you ever played that? That was
Yeah.
Dude,
so,
right?
Hell
Dude,
yeah.
I played the
so
first
good.
Rainbow Six game I had on the
Uh,
original Xbox, and it was Rainbow Six 3. So I remember it was more
yeah.
like SWAT 4,
That's what I'm
for
saying. Back then,
example.
it was actually like tactical
It was
counterterrorism.
more
Now it's fucking
Milsim.
yeah, literally. It was beautiful, man.
Yeah,
Like Vegas 2 is one of the best games ever, in my opinion.
yeah.
It's just
The
my
Vegas
god.
games are more arcadey, but they're still like
You think
fun
so?
games.
Yeah.
Dude,
I guess
dude,
so.
the customization alone in Vegas too, that had me
Yeah.
fucking hooked. The
Oh,
experience
yeah,
system
yeah,
and shit.
Dude, you could just take a
yeah.
I was
picture of like your face or a face of something else
Oh
and paste it on your
yeah, I
character
remember
in
that.
Vegas
Yeah,
my
too.
my end
yeah,
game in Vegas 2 was to have like the most armored up dude in all black
yeah,
with red arm sleeves and the biggest machine gun. I wanted
yeah.
to be like a
So
Panzer
peak,
cop from
bro.
Jinro, just
Yeah,
going in cleaning everybody out.
Dude,
just
once Tom
the
Clancy
variety, man.
died, it's like Ubisoft's intentionally trying to like make him
It's
spin his
bad, bro.
grave as dog shit as Tom Clancy games are now.
Yeah,
And we still haven't gotten a new Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell
yeah,
was my favorite Tom Clancy game and stealth game of all time.
yeah.
In
Fuck,
which
it's just
Conviction and Blacklist, yeah, there's issues with those, but it's like Splinter Cell. It was my favorite. It was that, and then Ghost Recon, then Rainbow Six.
yeah. Ghost Recon. It's crazy
Ghost
how they
Recon
fucking fell off,
Advanced
bro.
Warfighter was
So good.
also peak.
Yeah. What do you, dude? Remember? Fuck. What was it? Ghost Recon Future Warfighter. I think
Yeah,
it was
Future
right.
Soldier.
Future, yeah,
Ghost
that
Recon.
dude, that was a good ass game. I don't care what anyone says. That was peak, man. In my opinion, it's just
Yeah,
such
and then there's like
customization and
Wildlands, and then
yeah,
Breakpoint. There's a whole shit show of Breakpoint. They turned
yeah,
to like a looter shooter, but dude,
yeah.
fucking like Advanced Warfighter 1 and 2. I had the
It was good, man.
OG Ghost Recon where it was actually first person. It was basically
Yeah,
Rainbow Six but outside. But
crazy, man.
I always liked Ghost Recon more just because the more open outdoor setting.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Back,
in Rainbow Six, it's like indoors.
yeah. It's more urban. Yeah, crazy, man. Good
Yeah,
times.
RIP Tom Clancy, RIP Red Storm Entertainment, who made the original Tom Clancy games that are bought by Ubisoft, and now that's
Mm,
Ubisoft of Montreal. They used to be
yeah,
the Tom Clancy game development studio.
We lost a lot of good game creators,
yeah.
haven't
No
we?
doubt. We lost a lot of just good gaming in general. Like,
Like,
what
I
the fuck,
can't think
man?
of any like book to video game translations that are more significant than Tom Clancy. Like there's Metro is the only other one I can think of.
Oh, I didn't know Metro was a book series. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Metro
Metro.
Exodus doesn't really follow any book,
Yeah.
I'm still
but
playing through that. Somebody bought me that and gave me a new graphics card to play it. I'm still
Yeah.
like halfway through
That's
it.
that's dope, dude. But
Yeah.
what do you think about Metro Exodus so far?
It's better than I thought it would be. It's better than Last Light,
Yeah.
which I hated Last Light for a few reasons, but
Yeah. When I
I was
played through
actually,
it,
I'm
I'm
not even
sorry.
lying. I was in the train, in one of the train scenes. I was actually, I had tears in my eyes watching it. It was a really touching scene.
Yeah. Metro Exodus, I really enjoyed it when I played it. The replay value, you could replay through it a second time if you want to get the good or bad ending, depending on what you get. Just see that. I'm not going to spoil it for you, Dags. But Metro Exodus, I think, is better than Last Light, like you said.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I think my computer couldn't run Exodus, and I was like, oh, it's probably gonna have kind of like a shitty actiony plot like Last Light. But no, it's actually pretty fucking solid.
Yeah.
And I kind of hate open world in games now, just because they're kind of slop. I like how Metro Exodus does it, where it's like hub, like a small world you explore and run around in.
Well,
Yeah.
Kind of like what the Sniper Elite games have been doing, which I'm a fag for Sniper Elite, even though Sniper Elite 5 and Sniper Elite Resistance are fucking dog shit. Sniper Elite 4 is the best one out of all of them.
Yeah. Good shit, man. It's a pretty good game.
I remember when Sniper Elite 5, before it came out, they announced there's going to be like non-lethal ammo you could load into your rifle so you can beat a level without killing anybody, and people soyed out like, oh, we can't kill heckin' Wehrmacht or Nazis? It's like, dude.
Did they censor the swastika in those games or no?
In certain like places like Germany, yeah, but like in the United States, no.
Once when Call of Duty World War II came out, and as soon as I saw they censored shit,
It was
I
just
never,
like the eagle.
I just forgot about it. Yeah, I forgot about it. I'm not gonna play some censored ass bullshit.
Yeah, it was the Reichseagle, but with no swastika underneath its feet.
I think it was an Iron Cross for the Germans, and at least in multiplayer. And it was like
multiplayer, it was like your team and then enemy team. It wasn't like America versus Germany or like Russia versus Germany.
Bro. Like World at War was just the so peak, man. It's just
World
sucks
at
that
War is Team World at War and the first Black Ops, I think, are the best Call of Duties just off the
it's
campaign.
so gritty. Yeah, it's just very gritty. I think that's what the big selling points.
And now it's like, oh, you can run around Nicki Minaj in a pink skin tight jumpsuit.
Yeah, well, that's why I was playing the new Modern Warfares, and once they started coming out with rainbow guns and then just chicken head skins and Beavis and Butt, I just gave up on Call of Duty.
I did play Modern Warfare 2019 a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the new Modern Warfares were decent, but it's just they fucked it with the skins and bullshit, in my opinion.
Yeah. And also too, I had a guy that I know mentioned this to me like months ago. He was like, in modern like military shooter games, they don't want you fighting another country. It's like, oh, there's this evil PMC.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Metal Gear Solid 4, where it's like PMCs fight all the wars and like, they become as powerful as national militaries. It's like, that's not gonna happen, dude.
Yeah, that's gay.
Remember in Battlefield 4, it was America versus Russia or America versus China. Battlefield 4.
That's what everybody wants to fucking see. Everyone wants to watch fucking NATO throw down with the USSR, America fight China. Nobody wants to watch America fight vague, evil group of mercenaries.
America versus Blackwater.
I think from what I understand, I mean, you could correct me if I'm wrong. They do it because they don't want to avoid political pressure, but also they want to be able to sell those games there, I guess.
Yeah, but like in America, everybody's kind of against Russia because you get like the soy checks, or it's like the Ukraine conflict, and then the average American's like, yeah, we fight Russia. That's cool.
Yeah. Well, since the fucking Cold War, a lot of Americans have been programmed to hate Russia. So, and that's
I don't hate Russia, but
Yeah,
I
well,
think
you know
like
what I like.
America
One,
versus Russia is
bless.
just
God
a
bless
yeah,
the Russia,
cool
man. God bless it.
conflict.
like when I grew up,
Russia needs to nuke us.
yeah, I mean, from my experiences, everything from learning about the Soviets were evil, and then MW2 when you fight the Russians, and then every other movie where the Russians are the bad guys. It's like, yeah, I could see why many Americans are like, oh, the
Yeah.
Russians are the bad guys.
But
And it's like,
even then, like and of course he's not Russian. He's from Georgia. But like people like
yeah,
FPS Russia. Like,
did he get like fucking Epstein or what happened to him?
well, it was years ago. He got arrested. Like he was ordering weed through the mail. He had an
Okay.
ounce of weed in his pocket, and
Wow.
like some feds showed up and like grabbed him and searched him when he walked out of the post office because they said it
Okay.
was unusual for him to wear cargo shorts. And they found an
Yeah.
ounce of weed on him, and now he's a felon and can't own guns.
Oh, that's
And he's like,
ridiculous.
yeah, they took like 300 guns from me, and about 100 of
What
those are
the
machine
fuck?
guns.
What a
know?
cuck fucking state. That's garbage, dude.
Yeah, well, Georgia's a cuck state. It was the feds cucked him
Yeah.
because he was just
Yeah.
he had like the biggest like gun
Yeah,
I
he
think at
did.
one point FPS Russia was literally the biggest channel on YouTube. Sitting
got
here
to be
dual
able to get
wielding
that.
AA-12s.
Yeah. He's got to be
Like,
able to get that rescinded or get a pardon. That's just so ridiculous.
yeah,
It's just
you
ridiculous.
think he's on PKA, which he's been on there since the beginning as Kyle. This is his real name, but he does kind of want his gun rights back, obviously.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. He's a gun guy.
If Trump wanted to win something with like 2A people after his bump stock ban, you think he'd just pardon FPS Russia so he can make gun content again?
Exactly.
But
Trump's too much of a Jew to do that.
no, yeah. Although like FPS Russia, like his actual political things, he's just kind of like a libertarian, which is cringe.
Okay.
Yeah. Like he's like a
what's wrong with that?
libertarian Redditor. Although he did go on PK one time and push forward the conspiracy. This is back in like 2013. You can look up the video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Or any other media viewing website where he did lay out how the Holocaust didn't happen. This is like a decade ago.
Oh shit! So he's probably gonna get
Because they had a thing
canceled.
where they bring forward a conspiracy theory, and he just laid out how the Holo hoax did not occur to the tune of 6 quadrillion.
Gajillion.
Yeah.
Damn.
So that is a base thing he did, but he's like, I don't believe this because I want to visit Germany one day. So,
yeah, they're very strict with it. Dude, I've seen
that
videos.
was like a decade ago, which is well over a decade. It was like 2013 when he said this stuff. Like that's when you literally get crucified for denying it.
Yeah. Damn.
I remember when I was a kid, though, I was always confused of like if Big H is such a bad guy, like why did he hate the enjoyers of bagels? You know,
Interesting.
because they'd never tell you, be like, oh, you just hate him because he's like anti-Semitic or racist or something.
He was like a jealous incel.
Yeah, and then you look at why you hate him. It's like, oh, this adds up. Like I kind of hate him too now. Although I have met Jay's IRL, one of them being a homosexual. What?
I was explaining to somebody like, why didn't the Jews just convert to Christianity or something and like lie about what they were? And I was explaining to them how they form enclaves. They form their own like sub societies to the point that if the Gestapo starts hunting them, they're painfully easy to find. They can't fucking hide because by nature they segregate from society. They have their own banks, their own fucking schools, their courts.
I know Mossad Soy was on earlier. What was he just talking about, like making money or something? I only listened to like an hour total of the stream so far. And that was earlier in the day.
Yeah, like at one point I was explaining abstraction to people, and he's like, "It's all about making money and women."
Well, money in itself's an abstraction that you're giving away an item in exchange for its value, which you transmute into money. Like money in itself is this esoteric, abstract concept.
It is. It's
Fake
like
paper bills.
it's just like a representation of value, pretty much. That's
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, if everyone agreed, we could literally drop United States dollars tomorrow and trade in fucking monopoly money. That's how like worthless it really is at its core. It's just the perceived value of it because we all agree to use it as a monetary exchange resource or whatever you want to call it.
You could start your own community that uses
Dude,
monopoly money,
yeah,
and then the feds would infiltrate it and have you get raided
exactly.
for having suppressors.
Dude, Eschenfelder's in the chat. Eschenfelder, get on, dude. But yes, I do agree with Eschenfelder. Metal Gear Solid 3 is better than Metal Gear Solid 5, but Metal Gear Solid 5 is the most Kino.
Mm.
Who's better, Kojima or Tom Clancy at writing weird military sci-fi slop?
Tom Clancy is more like Reagan era, and that's like Russia and China are evil, America's always great. And Kojima's kind of like that in a way, but it's like this Japanese flair to it where it's like more anime or cartoonish in its depictions. Yeah. Like, I like both. I'd probably have to say that I like Kojima's stories, or at least screenwriting, more than Tom Clancy. But I do enjoy Tom Clancy games. Although I played Death Stranding, and Death Stranding 1, and from what I've seen of 2, is just Kojima being up his own ass. And like the games aren't fun. Like Metal Gear Solid is fun. Death Stranding is not.
I don't even see the appeal of that. Every video of it is like a dude walking with boxes on his back. Why is that? Who's playing that?
Like I only played Death Stranding 1 because I got it for free off like my PlayStation thing. But it's like Death Stranding is just like has boring ass cutscenes, a boring ass world, a boring ass gameplay. With Metal Gear Solid, like you can argue like Metal Gear Solid 4 is the worst one because it's basically like a movie game. But Metal Gear Solid 4 has good gameplay when you are playing it, and the cutscenes are entertaining.
Does anyone remember Lost Planet?
Yeah.
Lost Planet
such a
is
good
peak
game,
1,
man.
2, and 3.
Yeah, I used to play the multiplayer, man. It's such nostalgia, man. Really
yeah, I
good.
played co-op with a buddy of mine, Lost Planet 3 a lot back in 360 era.
Good old days. Yeah.
My favorite science fiction game series though is Dead Space.
Dead Space,
Dead
yeah,
Space.
it's pretty.
In which I love the lore of Dead Space. In which, like, Dead Space 3, the DLC for it is like the Brethren Moons find Earth.
Yeah.
Legion cliffhanger, but it's like it'd been cool to play through that, but like Earth is cooked.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Over.
I've never played Dead Space, but the lore was so good that I literally I researched and watched the hell out of every like cutscene and gameplay.
Dude,
so, I know the story.
Have you seen
and stuff.
both the movies?
I didn't even know they had movies. I gotta watch that actually.
Yeah, there's 2 animated movies. There's
Oh,
Aftermath and
I gotta watch
There's
that.
another
Then.
one that takes place before Dead Space
Yeah.
1, where's the Ishimura before Isaac and them show up.
Damn.
But Dead
Yeah,
Space
that's-
had tight, good gameplay,
yeah.
and the lore was stupid good. I
Yeah,
love Dead Space.
the lore was good. Yeah, I love like fascination. I'm so fascinated with like nihilistic, like grim, dark type of like how the Brethren Moons take over every world, and it was just like so peak. Like, there's no hope. I like when it's like
Yeah.
fucking depressing.
It's over, dude. Like,
I
Necromorphs.
love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
once Necromorphs show up, it's over.
Yeah. It's like
And-
that. I remember a cutscene from I don't know which game where he's at the space station and then he looks to Earth and there's like was it a couple moons next to the Earth? It's like, oh fuck.
Oh yeah, that's at the end, the Dead Space 3 DLC, but it's like
Yeah, it's just
the marker drives people insane where they commit suicide or murder other people, and
yeah.
after a certain amount of time it creates necromorphs, and once necromorphs are made, it's over.
Yeah. And I literally after that I was so obsessed with asking Chat GPT and like researching would a planetary or moon sized biological organism be possible? And it was like arguing with me and I was like, apparently it's very hard to do, nearly impossible.
Well,
So who knows?
I think space is fake and gay,
Oh, that's
but
fair.
I do
Well, what do you
like
believe in?
science fiction, so
I love
What do you
space
believe
sci-fi,
then?
but space is a scam. I agree.
Wait, so hold up. He
I
thinks
don't
space is a
believe we live
scam.
on a globe Earth. I'll just say that much.
Okay. Wait, so
And
are you a
that
flat
space
earther?
isn't. Yeah, you could say that.
Interesting.
I don't necessarily like the term flat Earth because
Yeah,
I
I
think
don't.
it
Well,
conjures up this false image
Yeah.
in people's minds.
Yeah.
Like I
Interesting.
prefer, like I'll say like I'm a flat earther if people don't get it or understand it, but I think
Yeah.
it more of it's like a realm. Like I
Yeah.
don't really think
Mm.
space is real and all that. There's no real evidence of us landing on the moon. You
So
know,
what do you
Buzz
think about the
Aldrin wants to
Artemis?
sit here and like fist
Yeah.
fight people if they're like, "Hey, swear on the Bible that you land on the moon," you know. And no,
Yeah.
so you look at the interviews of them when they allegedly got back. I've seen happier people at funerals. Like,
What do you think about the Artemis 2 mission? Do you think it's a psyop? Like a fake scripted?
I think it's a psyop. Like these alleged satellites are just—they're effectively like weather balloons with cameras on them. All the space station footage is like you have like phone wires phasing through people's arms and shit like that. People don't really look like they're in some sort of zero G like you see on a plane where you have a plane doing up and down motion, you kind of experience zero gravity. They don't look like they're like that.
Yeah.
Like they're suspended. They look like they're on wires.
Interesting.
The footage doesn't look right. There's no real moon rocks. They're like, oh, here's a moon rock, and they're like, dude, this is like from Arizona. And then conveniently, they just threw. NASA can't go back to the moon because they threw away all the technical drawings for building a rocket that will make it to the moon for the Apollo 11 mission.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, like you got schematics to build a rocket that goes to the moon allegedly. You just threw them away, and now you don't know how to make the rocket. There's allegedly more technology in your phone than it took to get to the moon. So it's like, yeah, get out of here.
Oh my
retard.
god. Fuck. Damn it. Get fucked right now. Sorry, playing video game.
Yeah, it doesn't add up, you know. And there's a lot of stuff I can get into the moon landing and all that, but I don't feel like getting into it at the moment.
Yeah, it's just.
But I don't buy the whole globe Earth thing. I don't buy that space is really real. If people actually want to know, they'll look into it themselves. I've run into too many globetards. It's like with atheist tards, you know. Like I'm a pagan
Yeah.
myself, and the arguments I make for like gods, like the gods' existence and stuff, they argue with me like I'm a Christian, and it's like these arguments don't apply. But they're like, well, there's thousands of gods. Hey, no, yours is the true one. It's like, well, I don't believe in a singular one, retard.
They have no idea how. They've been preconditioned to attack only one
Yeah.
thing. They don't know what the fuck to do when they have to originally come up with an idea.
All right, I got a
like,
question though. If you think there's no space, why does the day night cycle? How would you explain that? I'm curious.
you could say that just like the sun just moves around. Like if it's flat, you could just say the sun goes around it like a dinner plate, like you're spinning a ball over a dinner plate.
Yeah.
But I think like the sun is just like this existential thing that just moves through the sky. And from our perception of being on land, you know, it looks like it crests and then sets.
Okay.
Like from like if you're at a low point and I took a ball and I was spinning in a circle, it looked like it would rise and crest over the hole you're in.
You could possibly go the Elder Scrolls route of explaining this, where like it's like there's you look up and you see planets, but they're not really planets. They're like dimensions, and the sun isn't
Yeah.
actually a body. It's like a hole in the fabric of space and time into another dimension of pure magic that brings
Also,
life to the
too,
planet.
the light from the sun or the moon does different things to people. Like the light from the sun gives you energy, but the light from the moon is draining to you
Yeah.
as a person. So there's a lot of like religious or esoteric things you can go into with the sun and moon and go into the science of it, but I just found talking like globetards and like atheist fags,
Like
it's not worth talking to them because they're arguing something completely different than the point you're trying to prove. You know, it's like Redditors, you know, like a Redditor will soy jack at you for one thing, then you come back out and then they're arguing about a completely different thing. And it's like I already addressed the point that you made and now you move to a different subject of the topic.
The only reason I have insight into like into these other things is World of Darkness, where there's these other paradigmatic explanations for the universe that are all true, by the way. They're all true at the same time. Science is real, but there's
People can't comprehend that either.
there's literally there's like witches and Vikings with an ancient shamanistic tradition who will tell you like the world is a realm, like you're saying. The sun is like an actual being, and then there's the hermetic explanation for everything, where at one point in time there literally were like those weird things running around, those giant snails and islands full of dudes with no heads and they have faces on their torsos, the island of the Amazons and shit, and that all literally happened. But like science it became the prevailing theory that kind of tried to map everybody else out. And it's basically like everybody's right. It's just that for now, at this current point in time, like the world is like a globe in like a void.
I'm going to plug my own shit real quick, everybody. If you haven't seen it, go watch the Science question stream on my channel. That's probably my best stream is the Science question. It has Western Decline, Dismal, me, Hudson, and Critters on it. So Go watch that.
Mm.
Go watch the Soits question. But my only exposure to the world of darkness, though, is through Vampire the Masquerade 1.
Yeah, and
The
that's
first Bloodlines game.
yeah. I'm just basically there's this other game called Mage, and it basically is a shortcut to exploring a bunch of other paradigms, including like ancient Eastern mysticism and Hermeticism, ancient pagan traditions in Europe and Africa and Native America and shit. And it's just like a shortcut that teaches you like the laws of physics don't really matter in regards to philosophy. It doesn't matter if there's an afterlife or not. Like it might exist in some places. It doesn't fucking matter though, as far as like
Well,
what's right and wrong or real.
well, to me, like philosophy is about consciousness in the human condition because it requires a consciousness to philosophize about the existent universe. Like,
Philosophy is thinking about thinking, and abstraction is literally how we determine reality. Like you can determine,
Mm.
like you can read about science and shit, but you're going to misdiagnose a lot of things as being like something metaphysical. Like like I was explaining, whenever you have to explain to somebody what is love, well, that's an abstract question that you need to have a lot of physical and metaphysical knowledge to explain it.
yeah, but like the modern idea of like, well, what is love? And it's like, oh, it's like fucking oxytocin or some shit in your brain.
Yeah, it's like being is like your neuropathology and like your brain chemicals. It's like no, those are physical things that are feeding information to the center that you are, but those are not like fundamentally what you are. Those are just
Yeah.
giving you information. The same way that like your vision is not innately who you are. Your vision's just feeding you information. You can't
Yeah,
say
it's
everything's
like
about vision.
it's like some good friends of mine, you know, like they're like materialists and they're like, "Oh, you're happy because like my dopamine in the brain." And and like I try to give a whole thing about like the soul, which you could also exchange for the word consciousness, like the you that is you is not
Damn
not
it.
your physical flesh or body. Like like the example I always use like Dags. Say if you die, Dags, and they see your dead body there, it would be like, oh, that's Dags' body. They wouldn't say that's Dags. Like Dags is this
Spirit is gone.
immaterial like personage that controls the body. Is
Yeah,
the way
the
I see it.
Yeah, I don't even believe in like magical souls or an afterlife, but the spirit is literally like the nexus of information that's realizing itself through more information.
Fucking
And if
hell,
that
man.
is not in you, that's your corpse. That's like a husk of flesh.
Yeah, like it's like the mind controls the body, the soul controls the body in my worldview. I
The
don't think
bi
the body has all that much influence or control over the mind.
biology is basically like a cage. It's like this self-perpetuating machine that cages spirits and tricks it into behaving in a way that will perpetuate its information, the biological DNA. You are not you're basically like inside of a physical cage that's compelling you to act certain ways because of like a bunch of mindless processes.
Yeah, it's like I don't subscribe to this reductionist view where people are like, oh, the smaller parts determine the big part. Uh, like I think the mind or like the existence of consciousness influences these all smaller parts of our biological being. You can only really use reductionism
God damn it.
accurately in terms of building machinery, but I don't think the body of a living organism, whether it's a man or animal, I don't think it's really applicable to that. Like I've had several cats throughout my life, and I own several now, and they each have a different personality and all that, even though they're, the same thing. Like they seem to be differing based off their mind state.
People will go to these false absolutes where everything's about like pain and pleasure, but actually the spirit can. Pain is not innately bad, and people can actually enjoy pain, or good things will hurt you, or like sweet and something that tastes good, something that tastes bad. Medicine is
Damn it!
medicine that's good for you tastes like shit. So it's not even. This is why this is literally like a consequence of people not. You can't even get normies to really think abstractly because there's no real way to explain it to them, and naturally, society ends up suggesting that everything's just brain chemicals and pathology. Like the therapists have never even heard of like Plato or the spirit. Like a very
the brain got like the thing in it that make you act weird.
Shit.
Shit, man. He ain't got no motherfucking serotonin.
Fucking asshole. Oh my god.
Total psychologist death. In Minecraft, of course.
it's like to really understand a person or even an animal, you have to understand like the body, the mind, and the spirit, or else you're going to resort to these false absolutes. Everything's about brain chemicals or something. Like fundamentally, we do not have to be what we are. It's just that we're in these cages that compel us, and maybe neutrally, maybe it's good or bad, but they compel us to behave a certain way. You can actually, your spirit can actually be anything. You're just ensnared inside of a body that's tricking you. And this is
Yeah, like obviously I think your biology has influence on how you behave or act. But I think ultimately the mind determines who you are. Like your mind, your soul, your consciousness. I don't think you're like this flesh robot husk that just acts on whatever hormone or biological impulse you receive, because obviously people and even animals are able to resist the biological urges they have.
Did you look how a cat can be raised by dogs or vice versa? A cat will literally learn how to bark.
I've seen it, dude.
That's
We used to have
literally
a
the
cat, but
spirit.
we had 2 dogs at a time, and the cat just kind of lived around the dogs, and the dogs wouldn't hurt it, and it would try to bark.
That's literally the spirit in action right there. That deviation from like your biology and psychology, that's the fucking spirit at work.
Yeah. Or like how you have like the cases of like feral children or feral people are raised by like wolves or something like that, and they act more like a dog than a human. But there's things that will happen. Like today, we were at my workplace. We were cleaning all the shit out of this old house, and I guess whoever kid was there at the time had these Dragon Ball Z books, and the Latinx that I work with, so I just pulled it out there. I just went, "Hey, man, Goku, Dragon Ball, man," and they like soyed out over it, as every Latinx does. The book was called like Best of Dragon Ball Z. Had a holographic cover art on it.
Ball Z.
Yeah, they just soyed out over it.
Dragon
And
Ball
like,
Z.
oh man. They one of them speaks a little more English than the other, but they don't really speak English. They kind of understand what you're trying to tell them, though. I was like, Goku, Goku. I figured they know Goku's name. I'm like, yeah, man.
Kakoroto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one thing about Latinx, they do love them some Dragon Ball Z. Like, they love that.
But like almost
It's
every
Dragon Ball Z
Mexican
and Spider Man.
exactly, you know.
Hey, I just got back from work, guys. How's it going?
Estoy bien.
Olaubu.
Most
Yeah, I was on
powerful.
earlier before I went for a minute, but
Yeah, that was a while ago. I've been sitting here the whole time.
damn.
I didn't even want to. There was people they're talking about like what is. Philosopher here he was saying that like love is not real, it's made up, and I had to like jump in because it was so I could talk about abstraction, and I've been just yapping constantly.
Was that MGTOW Cowboys point that love wasn't real?
I don't think he had a point. He was just saying some bullshit about how women can't love, and
It was
that
philosophical Phil's point that
Saying-
love isn't real.
Saying love isn't real is like non-white coded, to be honest.
I don't know, like love is obvious. Love is obviously real. Real is abstract. Abstract things can be real. Anything can be real.
Well, I've seen Foids that love the men they're with, and vice versa.
That's what I said. Women would literally sacrifice themselves for Chad. They're literally women that are like working 80 hours a week while they have a deadbeat husband who's just sitting on his ass playing video games.
Yeah, both the woman I'm with now and my Chinese ex both had stories like that.
Yep. I met
Both of them
women.
were supporting deadbeats.
Yeah. It's just see that's what it's like when you have like a metaphysically devoid paradigm where you just say these obviously wrong absolutes like women can't love. It's like women are literally love is such a basic abstract thing. Women are they literally are people. Even animals feel love. Like it's such an absurd statement based on false categories.
Well, it's like MGTOW Cowboy probably says that because he's a 300-pound Guatemalan. And it's like, yeah, who's gonna love a 300-pound Guatemalan that's Catholic? You
Was he
know,
always,
Yo,
was he
that
always
is like the most
Christ.
disgusting creature I could think
Yeah.
of.
That's
That's
crazy.
like most
300
most
pound
truckers.
Guatemalan is crazy, man.
Yeah,
That's
at
what
my
you-
job, I see a lot of torters, man. That build is so brutal. Like just short and brown and just indigenous and
Dude,
fat.
like,
Brutal, man.
JC, you're cool, dude. But like, even I'm sure you're well aware, like the average Latinx physiognomy check is
Yeah, I know.
subhuman.
So it's like, and I look, even when I look at myself, it's like, okay, I'm Latin, whatever you call it. You fucking asshole. You say Latinx. But it's like I'm gonna be honest. Like I literally got saved by white and black genes, pretty much, because I'm 50% European, and then like I have some Nigerian. So it's like if I didn't have that, bro, I would probably be like a 5'2" bean cell. It would be brutally over for me.
Yeah, some of them Some of them have a fupa that makes them literally look like a bean, where like somehow like their belly extends down like beyond their
Where do you
knees
think that
almost.
slur comes from?
Yeah. I see some white people with that too, but you know, a lot of it's like Latinos and stuff. How does that even
Well,
happen?
my good buddy Hudson, shout
Porque
out
son
Hudson
gordos.
Black. But like Hudson says, like the average Latinx physiognomy like just makes him angry looking at him.
Yeah, it's just brutal. Man. It just really is. It is what it is, you know. That's why I said, yeah, you know, like every Latino, but obviously there's a lot of variation. You got some that, you know, mixed and look whitish and whatever, but I guess the average phenotype.
Well, it's like you go to Mexico, you know, you have people that
Yeah.
are basically white Spanish people, then you have
Yeah.
basically full blood natives, and you got the
Yeah.
mestizos in between that make it the majority.
Yeah.
But then you go to places like Brazil, and there's just straight up like black people there, mulattoes. Because Brazil had state
It's a hell.
mandated race mixing.
Yeah, really? I didn't know.
I
Wait, you
heard
said
that
state
Oh.
mandated? What do you mean? State mandated?
Well, they were trying to get Europeans to move there, and they would give them like a bunch of tax cuts and subsidies if they mixed with the
Oh.
black African women.
Well, that. Well, I thought it'd be more joyful and stuff. Well, I think maybe I'm gonna do something else then. Sort of want to continue streaming for a bit at least. Stupid frickin'. Ah. I gave it a chance at least. I think I'll probably do like baking later. I did all the brewing. Woohoo! It's fun. I enjoy Tradeskills. Oh! Haha. Keep forgetting about this one. Super neat. The hiding hole. I can't remember this little. It's a neat spot to hide. I like hiding. Sometimes. Woohoo. This is a good shot. I need to end one here at some point. Maybe one of the raids. Oop. Ooh, tear stool. I never realized these before. Gargoyle statue, neat. Yeah, I'm gonna find something to do. Those are new. No, wait, they moved those around. They were, oh, they reorganized it. I love it. Oops. Mercs in EverQuest are stupid to say the least. It's you're basically getting an AI. Here, let me pop what I have. Poof. Hello. Do. You see how fast players move? Come look at this. Watch this. She's all the way out there. Back, forth, back, forth. Yeah. Alright, cool. Hmm. PWD. PWD. Powder. PWD. PWD, asking for help while his PWD. Please for PWD. Oh, fears. For Philip. No, it doesn't read that. No, I don't know. I tried to figure it out. I can't figure out what PWD is. Oh well. Oh. Know what we can do? Sort of want to play Hearts of Iron right now. Um. I don't know, maybe Hearts of Iron. There is nobody here either. I can verify right now. There is not a damn person here. Oh, wait, what? No? Huh? Oh, what? Why am I getting... Why is it not getting here? Oh, what the hell happened to my chat? Oh, fuck. Wow. So funny, I laughed and told why. Oh, yeah, I said that. But the Earth is... I don't know why the fuck people think Earth's flat, Chris. Whoops. Ugh. 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 I think we'll do the lawn dark. I'll set up a separate stream for this. Alright. Woohoo!